North Dakota might be the most overlooked state in America. From a distance, it's endless skies, golden fields, and quiet small towns. Up close, it's a place where winter can kill, the wind never stops, and towns vanish faster than they're built. So why are so many people leaving, and why do the few who stay swear they'll never leave? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on life in North Dakota, and by the end, you might either be packing your bags or wondering why anyone would live here in the first place. Winter that doesn't quit. In North Dakota, winter isn't a season, it's a lifestyle. Blizzards can shut down entire highways for days, trapping people in their homes. Temperatures drop so low your eyelashes can freeze in minutes. And the wind? It's relentless, cutting through layers of clothing like they're not even there. Locals joke that summer lasts about 2 weeks, but there's truth in it. Snow can fall in October and still be on the ground in April. The cold seeps into daily life. Frozen pipes, stalled cars, and heating bills that could rival a mortgage payment. For newcomers, the first winter is a shock. For lifelong residents, it's just part of the deal. You prepare early, stock up, and learn to measure distance not in miles, but in how far you can go before frostbite becomes a problem. Towns that keep getting smaller. Drive across North Dakota and you'll see it. Main streets lined with empty storefronts, schools with for sale signs, and houses abandoned to the elements. Over the past few decades, rural towns have been losing residents faster than they can replace them. Young people leave for college or work opportunities in bigger cities, and most never come back. Birth rates are low, and without enough new families, schools consolidate or close altogether. When a school shuts down, it's often the final blow for a small town because families move elsewhere for their kids' education. Some places are hanging on with populations under 500, relying on a single gas station or cafe to keep the community alive. It's not that people don't love their hometowns, it's that there's nothing left to sustain them. A job market that's stuck in the past. North Dakota's economy runs on a few main engines: farming, oil, and energy production. When those industries are booming, paychecks are good. But when prices drop or weather hits crops hard, jobs vanish overnight. Unlike other states, there's little economic diversity here. Tech hubs, creative industries, and large-scale manufacturing barely have a footprint. That means if you're not in agriculture or energy, or connected to them, your options are limited. Many small-town jobs are part-time or seasonal, and wages often can't keep up with rising costs. This drives younger workers to bigger states, where they can find stable careers and more upward mobility. The cycle repeats. Fewer jobs mean fewer people, which means even fewer businesses. It's not that North Dakotans aren't hardworking. It's that opportunity is harder to find than open space. The housing mirage. On paper, North Dakota's housing looks like a dream. You see listings for big family homes at prices that wouldn't buy a studio apartment in most states. But here's the catch. The cost doesn't stop when you get the keys. Winters here can last half the year, and heating bills can run into the thousands. And those charming old houses? Many come with outdated wiring, drafty windows, and furnaces older than you are. Renovations aren't cheap, and because skilled trades are in short supply, you might wait months for repairs and pay a premium when they finally happen. What looked like a budget-friendly move can turn into a constant money drain, and in some towns, resale value is low, so getting out is much harder than getting in. Schools and hospitals on the brink. In parts of North Dakota, a local school can be 40 miles away, if it's even open. Shrinking populations mean fewer students, and that's forcing schools to consolidate or shut down entirely. For some kids, it's a 2-hour bus ride, each way. It's not just education that's under strain. Rural hospitals are closing their doors, leaving entire counties without emergency care. If you need a specialist, expect to drive for hours, and in winter, that's not just inconvenient, it's dangerous. When the nearest ER is 90 minutes away and the roads are iced over, even minor health issues can turn into life or death situations. For many residents, this lack of access is the breaking point that pushes them to leave. Too much space, too few neighbors. In North Dakota, you can drive for hours and see more grain silos than people. The wide open land might look beautiful in photos, but in real life, it means everything is far: groceries, gas, friends, even help in an emergency. For ranchers and farmers, it's just part of the job, but for newcomers, the isolation can be crushing. If your car breaks down in a snowstorm, you can't count on someone passing by anytime soon. That distance also makes community harder to build. Neighbors are friendly, sure, but when they live 20 miles away, drop-ins aren't exactly easy. It's a way of life that works for the few who truly love solitude, and a deal breaker for everyone else. Boom and bust economy. North Dakota's oil fields can transform tiny towns overnight. One year, there's work everywhere, new businesses popping up, and rents skyrocketing. The next year, the wells slow down, and so does everything else. When the boom ends, so do the jobs, and people leave just as fast as they came. Entire streets can go from packed with trucks and workers to eerily quiet in months. This cycle makes it hard to plan for the future. Families hesitate to buy homes, schools can't predict enrollment, and businesses struggle to survive the downturns. For those who can ride the waves, the money can be good. But for everyone else, the uncertainty is exhausting. Who still stays, and why? For all its challenges, North Dakota still has a devoted core of residents who wouldn't trade it for anywhere else. Many are families who've been here for generations, tied to the land through farming, ranching, or oil. Their roots run deep, and leaving would feel like cutting away a part of themselves. There's also a strong sense of community in small towns. Neighbors know each other by name, pitch in when times get tough, and show up for every school game, church potluck, and local fundraiser. That kind of closeness is hard to find elsewhere. For some, it's about the wide open spaces and the slower pace of life. Hunting, fishing, and watching sunsets over endless fields aren't just hobbies, they're part of the identity here. Others stay for practical reasons: stable government jobs, affordable land, if you can handle the winters, or simply because family is here. And then there's a certain pride, the kind that comes from surviving the cold, the distance, and the boom and bust cycles. For those who love it, North Dakota isn't just a place to live. It's proof you're tougher than most. North Dakota isn't for everyone, and maybe that's the point. It's a place where survival isn't guaranteed by comfort, but by grit. Where the people who stay don't just endure the winters, they wear them like a badge of honor. For some, that's reason enough to keep calling it home. For others, it's exactly why they leave. So, what about you? Would you trade convenience and mild weather for space, community, and a life that demands resilience? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And if you've made it this far, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out my next video in this series, South Dakota, Why Almost Nobody Lives Here Anymore. Because once you see how the two compare, the story gets even more interesting.